We're gonna do it. All right, here you go. But we're gonna put the brooder this year. Okay.
Beautiful, crazy, she came.
I think our very first video was us doing this with a gantry thing. It was super sketch.
Out of the back of the front.
Yeah. I don't know if the tractor's any less sketchy, but slide another one in. There's that back that's on me back. But I really hate when I put my 1,000 pounds in. I'm gonna help getting over the bump. Hold on. Oh, now you go up. Let's start bailing that the other one. broiler food. I love my mill. 2,000 pounds fits in one recipes, but no, a little bit extra. So I don't. Yours probably about the same too.
Barrel smaller. There's not quite that much left.
There's going to be enough to do with that. My other girl's got a hole. This one? No, the one of my far side here. It's got a crack inside. I haven't got the ship notification on the broilers yet. So, it should ship tomorrow, but it's not here. What? I can't hear you.
From last year still.
Oh, yeah. Back to the right down to the chickens. Barrels are out there. So, 100%. That's the size I like them to come in. There's not 8 feet tall and now they get longer when they get empty because it pulls together. I'll show you the trick for keeping those tight. Back it up a little. Pinch off to help keep it from sliding. Like that. See how it pinches here on itself? So you can hold it on the tip and it keeps the bag tight together. Genius, I dumped that little water right in the bucket. So these are my least favorite kind of barrels. They nest together, but they're tall, so the ladies got at the bottom. And if you ever let your brother-in-law try your new gun and say shoot anything but a barrel, remember, they're gonna shoot the barrel. So see the red and black, how their nets did? They also make some that have perforated bottoms. All in all, I prefer the short, traditional hard steel. Hey, go ahead and go up. Just a lot. And this one's done like normal. Always that next one just in case. I was surprised. They just didn't trim the honey bag. So most of the mill's recipes that they'll do call for 2,000 pounds of base feed in the mix-ins. So the minerals, the calcium, the minerals, so whatever they're doing. And when you factor those in, you often can get sometimes 200 pounds more feed out of the recipe because of the extras. So, when my guys don't trim, I appreciate it, and I get more out of it. So, yeah, I'm not super worried about this. Chickens love the fermented food, so I don't care if it gets a little nasty. So. Want to say hi? I don't even know if anybody's watching. Probably not, because I have like 50 subscribers, so I'm sure nobody watches, but you know, entertaining. Watch later, right? Yeah, you know. Oh, you ready to go clean out under the log splitter?
Yeah.
Oh, that blew.
Yeah. Say it's got a big hole in it.
Yeah, we'll move that later.
Yeah.
Duct tape will fix that.
I don't even know if Gorilla Tape's going to do a whole...
No, I think that's the one that when you were
You have to
washing it.
wrap it
Last
around.
year.
Wrap it around. Wait.
Yeah. Some of that 5,000 PSI tape, but I don't think a $15 thing. They're all over here.
Well,
So,
Yeah.
with
we're
the
just going
likelihood
here.
of rain, I'm going to cover them as best I can.
Yeah, I'll come back in about 10 minutes and get them.
Away.
That's the coolest thing. I love making our own pine shavings. So if you need them, we got them in our tote bags. I'll swing one over to you. So we're gonna move
Yeah,
the brooder
We
over
ended
there.
up getting rabbits.
I'm sorry. What'd you get?
That's what you said when I got horses, and man, were you right.
Did you ever see our rabbit hutch?
Do you want to say that louder for people who don't believe us?
Yeah, don't get horses. Their car payment.
Isn't it cheap? It's cheaper to burn $200 in the fireplace
They could eat my Hellcat payment if I
if you had one.
if I had it.
I was going to say car payment. I bought my cars in cash, so I never had to worry.
We could feed 3 horses, or we could buy a Hellcat probably.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
not a new one though.
We could probably buy a Hellcat with a cash paid and put fuel in it too, man.
Yeah. 2015 or something.
Yeah. This rolled on me when I was driving the trailer by. Munched it.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, they're fun. I don't ever want to own one. Oh, I haven't shown them my log bags yet. Have you seen these yet? Tell me when we're splitting. These are third cords. So every three is a cord. It's all cord? Yeah, all red fur.
Alright, yeah.
When you want, we can do one or two things to bring it over. We can just. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But we just if you just take them over, either drop them in the bed of your pickup and you go unload it, bring the bag back.
With the bags?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
And set in the back of your truck when you're done unloading it. Bring it back and we'll throw another one on.
Oh shoot, that's
Yeah.
a great idea.
Then it's super
Then I
easy.
can do it like
Mm-hmm.
over a month.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. So.
I mean, you might need the bags back sooner.
Nah, I buy new bags. I had to cut one. They were dumping them, and the bottom pull dump ripped out, so it was just a mess. But
I don't know. I think three of them are a cord.
Yep.
That looks like a lot.
It's loose, so it's right off of the log splitter.
Okay, so when I stack it, that's
Yeah, it's gonna way tighter. Yeah.
I'm used to. Okay.
So now I'm gonna clean
Man,
this out.
I make such a mess. I love that idea. I make such a mess every year.
Well, and here's where all the mess goes. So this is my gym. This is my CrossFit, and I make fun of CrossFit people. So, And then this is where the mess goes. That's why I got to clean up now. So this is my shaving farm, my pine shaving mill. So
Yeah, we were coming outside of Black Sheep Mall, and there was a lady just giving away rabbits.
yeah,
And my son's
that's the reason
like,
they're giving them away.
Can I have it? Can I have it?
Yeah, you come
I'm
get his
like-
cage yet?
I'm like, I'm not feeding it. I'm not watering it. If it dies, you're gonna learn that lesson. I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
But they can live in my barn if you want.
Yep.
I don't care.
Well, here I'm gonna trade. I gotta switch buckets.
They went out of town, and I've been feeding them.
Yeah. I burned most of the crap that was out here last night. Got a couple of glowing barrels. About to get a little noisy. this is the mess from about 10 cords. That's small. Thanks for playing cameraman, man.
No problem. I should go feed those rabbits.
Did you go a day or two without feeding them?
I already did.
Good. It's fine too. I mean, it doesn't matter. You ever see this thing run whole hog when we're going at it?
No, you showed me it going. I'm gonna stick around for at least a couple logs.
Probably back and I'll grab the right for a run for right now. So. You want to run it? Cameraman, let Rob jump in. Let Rob jump in.
Really hard.
Grab a hook. Cameraman. Can take your job back?
What?
First time you've been on camera all night.
Ah, yeah, there's what's coming. Are you gonna start stacking that?
Yeah. It's a great view from up here at that upper angle.
You want her backed up a little bit?
Probably.
I was backing up blind with no lights.
Look, magic, we moved. He'll show you how to fix that. Rob, chug it back up on top. Rob, chug it back on top. He's got it in. Hey, cameraman. Rob, come here. Hold on. Show him this, because every moron that rents one of these doesn't know this trick.
So we'll turn this down. So on the original machine when it's purchased,
Hey!
I turned it down. Then we lose our lights.
Here. Turn it back on. There you go.
Here. So on the original machine when it first gets here, where these marks are, there actually is a tape. And what that means is from the inside of the bar, so the side over here, that inside mark to that line is 16 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this log, the end of it, to that 16 mark in front of it. And that means, now that we're off, here on this side of the bar, we'll cut this piece to 16. So we will start her back up. So Steve's going to tell me when we're at 16. So now he's going to get his hand out of there. I'm going to get mine out.
You're on the wall aisle, you aren't going to cut. So really, I've seen countless guys on videos not know that there are engraved marks here
to mark out the different cuts for your butt cut. So that little one comes off. That's your proper 16. Can you grab me a 16 little scrap piece? We'll show about how close it is. I look like it's kind of, there you go. So we'll flip it this way. Just flip the whole thing. So there's the piece that was cut on the other measured piece, and so it's super easy. But loads of guys complain that I can't cut the last piece because they try and dangle it out over here and pinch it here to cut that 16 off there. But it's designed to be safe and quick, that you eyeball over here, boom, grab it, cut off your little piece, and then chuck it to the side. Throw the cookies to the side. So there's loads of videos I've seen people run them that complain about how do you cut this end piece? They didn't think through this whole project, and they did. Right there. And I've just colored mine in, the ones we use, 20s and 16s.
Worn it off.
Yeah. Well, and I like my 20s here. I think it's off by that 1/4 inch, which I don't know if anybody's gonna complain about it. Really, most stuffs can handle an inch and a half extra, but for us, we measured it was just a touch off, and that 16 one's perfect. So, but I mean, that's right. We actually have painted a line here across, because sometimes we get some monsters in there to help us ID the whole way around. So. Yeah, that's the part that nobody ever sees or gets shown, and it's really obnoxious to hear people struggling and not know there's needed
solution. That also brings us to the next one. Is a lot of guys, when they're cutting this last cut, they say that this last cut falls in at a bad angle.
That's some of the doughs making noise.
So,
yeah, that's another cool trick.
If you drop this in, especially on the larger logs, when you drop this, it'll fall,
and it'll do that.
It'll land something funny like this.
That's exactly what it did.
Pull
the ram out all the way.
A little bit.
They don't know it's shielded. That's why they don't drop it on there. So
this ram, all up here is a steel plate.
Pull it out all the way. Don't let you show it. The whole way shielded.
So the ram doesn't start till back here. This is all pusher arm.
And then this down here is actually shielding over top of the ram. The piston on the ram is under here, shielded.
So what you'll do is push that ram out just enough. On mine, it's right where this stops, and that will fall. And pretty much every time, land correctly.
And you don't pull it all the way back.
Not on the last one.
On the last
because
one,
that last one tumbles. And so that catches it.
You don't have to worry about it until you're on the last one.
So on the one before, you'll have to go back in the video. When I did the first cut that had an end, I didn't do that, and it stood up. So you can see it in the earlier part.
You can throw it back up and show them again.
Oh, I saw it. How do you operate this one?
That's this lever here. If you really forget, it's actually written up here. That's one thing. So this is up here.
Oh, okay.
Forward and back. That jumps off. Forward back again.
I'm going to swing our shaving shoot mod. I'll have you set it down in a second. So we keep threatening to do this, but we're too busy making money to really complain. Yeah. I really didn't plan on the Dyna review update is going on as a live, but I'm here, why not? I got a few minutes to kill. So Dyna has since come out with a new chute catcher here that goes on this, and it's better than this, because that problem you saw, the initial one hits straight down, and you just pack up behind the tires with sawdust. And we still get a bunch over here, but it's pushed out of the way, and it really doesn't get any worse than that, so I don't ever bother to clean it. But I welded up this little box, and then used factory bolt holes here, and then over here, to just mount it in, painted a very similar blue, so it doesn't even look out of place in my opinion. And it just keeps it.
12 quarts.
worth of shade.
That's good. This right here, yeah, where we're at.
I was doing the math on how many we've taken out of here.
Yeah, I said that was about 10, 12 quarts of mess down there. We're both on the same page. And so it just kind of catches it and keeps it confined here. And then we run eco blocks. We run an eco block crib for the pine shavings because we make so much of it. The pit I was cleaning out earlier is actually dug down and lined with the eco blocks, or there's a bunch of different names for them, ecology blocks or whatever. So that's kind of how that runs. Bar oil back here. That's actually my only real complaint. You cannot see your bar oil level from operator side.
It encourages you to come check fluids though.
It does, but I'm just saying you can't see bar. It's this side here. This hole holds about a gallon. And when it's hot out, we'll burn. We used to burn a gallon an hour. We really cranked it down.
Oh, wow.
Well, we were using winter bar oil, which is
that's what it's spec'd out, but
with how hot we get
Does it just start not cutting as well, and so you got to go check it, or you got to stay on top of it?
we try and check it
we check it.
every other startup.
Yeah, so it's just one of those we just
At
keep
least
on top
every
of it.
4 cords.
Yeah. So this is the shavings pit. It's pretty deep. These are 2 feet tall eco blocks.
And those bags, do you put them in here to drop
No, we're doing this.
in here right now, right?
No, we're just splitting this. We're gonna split and stack this for an order tomorrow.
When we're splitting bags, we've got a couple videos getting ready to go up on that. We'll use the forks on the tractor and just pull up with the bag hanging from the forks.
Yeah.
And really, it mostly holds the weight of the bag, not the wood.
Yeah. No, I've got an older client who's gotten screwed. He's had guys come up with loose stacked trailer loads, but they neat stacked the top, so it looked like it was tight stacked on them, and just screwed them and then drove off after they dumped it. Sort of garbage. So I'm gonna stack this one out for him so he knows he's getting exactly his order. So yeah, that's kind of it. And that was the other complaint. We get about 20 hours on a chain.
More than that.
About.
Yeah, but
If
20 hours average.
If we're cutting green, it's longer. You can get up 24 hours of cutting on it.
And one of the guys had commented on how it cuts slow. Our machine's running just south of
3,000.
3,000.
3,000.
I run it about 3.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 100. Sorry.
Yeah, 3,000.
3,000. So I'm running at about 29.
Yeah, 29. And that's the thing I've heard is that when you're hearing their motors wind, especially, so ours is a diesel. Not many people have the 16 diesel, so this is kind of an odd upgrade. I honestly waited till we found come up used and bought it used. So it was an old rental machine that had 600-700 hours on it, maybe not even, maybe 400, 500.
I think it was 700.
It's
We're
in the
at
book.
Just south of 1,000 at this point.
So
How much did you guys pick it up for?
it just varies. The biggest pain in the butt was freight, to be honest. But I mean, they're new now. They're running north of pushing 70,000 with the diesel. Yeah, Dyna is about the same price as a Bobcat excavator. About the same price. I mean, this depends on condition and hours is really it if you're looking used, but that's the best way to go. You can save. I've seen it down as low as 50%. What new is on a used unit, but those are gas units. You're looking
Last
at
time
probably.
our pricing was pre-COVID though.
Yeah. So it's just kind of a
Free
thing.
steel and bar. Yeah.
I'm sure someone's going to point out that we pulled the safety gate off the back and complain about how my safety gate's sitting over here from this side. And again, that's just a function that we don't really trailer ours anywhere.
We don't take it anywhere, and nobody is out here. If you see me, I'm the one who's out here all the time. This is literally what I wear.
That's his house.
And this stupid, crazy, reflective stuff.
Well, now
all
we're
the time.
cutting in bags. We actually are having a more even split on the cut time, which I like. I like running the machine. But
Yeah, I'm out here moving around, and it's just me, so we don't have anyone walking around our machines.
and it's also got a huge eco block here, a 2-foot cement wall before you can get close enough to be in there. So, and then it's backed by a 2-foot cement wall. Can you tell in the wintertime when it's running that we're really throwing that bar oil pretty far? See the back wall sprayed with oil. So, yeah, it's anything else on this thing?
There's lots of things. Nothing right now in the dark.
Yeah.
We still have our overview to go up, but I think we'll probably re-edit that and go back and do a few things.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Better cameras you can actually see what's going on. I guess my only complaint is, I think for me personally, I think sometimes I get too much of this going up, but that's kind of a preference thing,
because every client that I've had when I dump it, they're actually kind of stoked it's free kindling.
That's what I think.
So yeah, but for me, selling wood, I don't like sending a bunch of crap. But then I get people that complain because sometimes it splits too big, and I'm just like, run an axe through it again. I mean, really?
Yeah, we have that is one thing you can talk about here is we have on here.
The 8-way.
Clear it out really quick.
I don't worry about it. It's the 8-way.
It's the 8-way wedge. When they come as small as a 2-way or 4-way, which is an upright with one cross blade, and we're running everything. I can't remember the last time we had anything less than the 8-way on. Well, because we had some monster rounds we threw one day.
But the benefit with it is when you want them bigger, what you do is you raise it up with the hydraulics, and you just cut the bottom ones a larger cut.
That wedge thing moves up?
Yep.
Oh.
So you can adjust the height of the cut.
It'll come up to
higher than that. Higher than that.
A little bit more.
Yeah, and so you can actually on the smaller ones like this, you could half that with just a little shave off the top. So you can cut that one into big ones. You can drop it all the way down and have them all popping out.
Earlier I was doing is dropping one in the center and then two on the sides, and the two were only catching this blade.
Right.
So they were getting halved. And that was intentional. I wanted to send some halves through to vary what we're getting. So we don't have all quads, we don't have all tiny, we have a decent.
But you could save your presses if you.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. When we cut
this all the way up.
Yeah. Well,
just
no.
Kind of keep stacking. Right?
Kind of. Like when you're cutting those bottom ones halves, they're usually too big to do more than kind of 3. It just puts a big strain on. I don't need to. But we're cutting stuff that's a couple inches smaller diameter. We'll stack that whole kind of push tray, that whole ram full, and we'll run it through. Because when that size, I don't necessarily have to cut them, but because I have to cut them, because there's only way to get them from point A to point B is through my cutter. Then I'll stack them up, and then if it gets cut, gets shaved, whatever, as long as I like it to open it up so it dries faster. As long as, even if it just skims off a quarter off of one side, then it'll just let it dry out. So you have it end cut open and you have an exposed top, and that helps it dry faster. So we're actually running premium bar oil. We get it from a bulk distributor by 5-gallon buckets up near Canada. It's actually Petro-Canada bar oil, and I have loved the stuff. I've run it in every one of my chainsaws, and it's a lot more affordable than buying the gallon jugs. I think the gallon jugs last time we bought like 20 of them. They were like 15, almost 16 bucks a gallon. And I think we're getting our stuff for 10, 12 bucks a gallon. But we have to buy 5 gallons at a time. So, I mean, I don't know a lot of guys that go through 5 gallons in a year.
We have 15 empty gallon jugs hanging on the side of the shop over there for when we need to refill.
Yeah, but I think we end up buying, we buy about 35, 40 gallons of bar oil at a time because we go through enough of it.
30 or 45, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm thinking I'm gonna jump off this live that I'm sure no one's actually watched, but you know what?
You should be able to see if anyone's watching it.
I don't even know.
I don't know. It's our first one. So.
Yeah. You got the camera for the first one.
All right.
It's our back neighbor. He's fantastic. He helped me do the hogs last time I did a hog. Came over, brought his brother-in-law over, and was your brother or brother-in-law?
He was my brother.
Brother, yeah, your brother over, and ran home with a tenderloin. I don't think you complained about that, huh?
No.
Was it good?
We cooked that up. It was great.
Yeah.
It was good.
All right.
No
Well,
complaints.
He
loved the experience.
did he?
He loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He loved being able to
Yeah.
see that, be a part of it.
Well, it's different. When it goes straight from where it's coming from to where it's going, it's kind of changes things.
He was excited. He was like, "This is probably the freshest meat I've ever had in my life."
You can't even hunt
like we just killed it today.
like under 2 hours old.
It's
Under 2 hours old. So
if YouTube wasn't so bad on it, we'd share those with you. Or if people are interested, we could share them.
We can do the butcher. We just can't from point. You can't from the bang to impact has to be gone. So that there's something about that 300th of a second that you can't put on.
The thing goes from live to dead.
Yeah, I don't get it.
About the whole
the jerkin. Well,
you mean like a little bit more than just a couple?
I haven't found out. I don't want to get banned yet. Where the line is, if it's the foot has to not twitch, or if it has to be cleaned in the insides after the outside.
So disconnected from what they eat.
Yeah,
okay for someone else to kill it.
Yeah, I wish there's a way to be private, or maybe they'll let you put up as an adult only content.
If we had
there's other streaming services too.
Yeah.
And it's something we could do with if we ever did a Patreon, but I don't want to get into that right now.
When YouTube first came out, I mean, it was all kinds of cool stuff.
And
that's people who can be members. But we haven't gotten that far.
Well, that's my thing is that I don't really care to charge for content. It's one of those things people want to learn it and don't know where to learn it from, and
I didn't.
You
I don't know.
can't. Yeah. So
that's why my wife's like, "Oh, your brother's in town and his wife and kids, and you can't go do that right now." And I'm like, I'm just gonna go for a minute and.
Yeah, we had
and
that
then
4-H girl here, and she was like, "I don't think I want to," and I just walked her through verbally what the whole process is
Yeah.
going to be, and she decided she'd watch the whole thing. She's like, "Oh, that wasn't bad." It got
It's not as
dispatched
bad
and
as-
hit the ground. I'm like,
yeah,
yep.
I always thought it was gonna be, you know, more of a traumatic experience, but
Yeah.
all those chickens didn't bother me. This didn't bother me at all.
Well, and you know that when you do it, it's actually a lot more humane than people think it is.
Yeah.
A lot of people think of a factory, and factories can be kind of inhumane if you ask my opinion about it, but
Oh yeah.
they don't have to be.
Yeah.
You know, I think that unfortunately we spotlight the best and the worst and don't give a good view of what the average is,
Yeah.
because I think the average animal processing price is pretty decent, and the best just looks too perfect to be reality.
Well, and also since we don't see the actual instance in most cases,
The actual
we miss
death
the
part.
difference.
Yeah.
When we see the before and the after, and we don't see how it got to the after from the before, we miss a lot of what that instance does. You know, you go, okay, they both killed them. We don't know what the difference really was.
So last year was your first year chicks, or was the year before?
Nope, last year.
How many baby chicks did you lose? Like, did you of the broilers? Did you had 75?
No, 50.
50? Okay.
I think that you gave me all 50 live chick.
Yeah, but from that
there.
point on, so I
Oh,
brooded
no.
them. I brooded them, and I think I
Two.
lost.
From into the
One or two.
So out of
One
50, you
for
lost.
sure.
You lost one,
for sure.
and I think I lost
I
two.
feel like I lost another one, but I really only remember losing one.
And
Yeah,
we
we
had a
lost.
wicked hot summer last year too.
Yeah, we lost 2 or 4 within the first couple of days, and we'll do more lives with the brooder stuff. It's easier to do it that way, and see how we do it.
Line of shade.
Oh yeah.
I think it kept them nice and
Yeah.
good all the time.
And then the other thing is we can get the pine shavings. Now we get enough of it in bags. We can throw it out by there. We can fill the edges with pine shavings, which will help add back to the soil and level out along that back road. And this back road's going to grow better this year because you have a whole,
That whole length
hundreds of pounds of feed composted into it.
And the feed is actually.
I could already tell
anything
it's
they don't-
greener on that path
Mhm.
than it was last year.
Ooh, we got to forget the Yotes. We got to go pull them Yotes and check those
Oh, I
traps.
caught my cat.
Did you? You shouldn't say that.
Well, that's why we
Just a
check your
pinched leg and it was
traps.
fine?
That's why you always check your traps.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't checked in a long time. We got lucky. Cat was fine, but
Well, and that's the funny thing is that leg holds really aren't that damaging.
yeah, it
I mean,
wasn't, I could see her paw. I mean, I was like, oh, she's hurt.
It's
You know,
uncomfortable, but yeah.
But I'm like, I don't
Day
think
3,
she's gonna
probably
lose
not
it.
limping anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't.
That's what I think. She would limp around for a week and then be fine. I think.
But I mean, that's why you check your leg holds. But I
We
mean,
just
honestly,
happened to be going for a walk back there, showing my
Yeah.
brother the property.
like, oh look, there's the cat.
There's the cat.
Go.
The kids were all there. Everybody's a little traumatized.
And
I
this
was
is,
just explaining to
It's
the kids.
far better that the cat got caught in the leg hold than the cat got caught by the coyote. Because I tell you what,
I've
when
seen
you
that.
get
I've
caught
seen.
by a coyote-
Yeah, we have that one cat that still doesn't come back. Probably shouldn't say its name because my kid's name. It's totally horrible. They name things after their colors, and he was a dark colored cat and
Oh, yeah.
a black cat, and that was his name was Black Cat E. So it was pretty funny. And the other cat's Goldie. That's why. So that was like, why change that? So.
Yeah, my friends had a dog when I was a kid named Blackie. There wasn't anything racist about it.
Nah,
Back
it's just
then.
funny. We just have a
It's
laugh
just
at
the
it.
color of the dog.
Well, we're gonna get to this, and sounds like we got monsters home. So
Yeah,
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Cameraman just pulled in from her.
I was
mom's
making
house.
all the kids walk behind me when we were going down that walkway because I'm
Yeah.
like, I haven't checked the, just I know there's a couple traps here. I just want to make sure. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they're all sprung.
Yeah.
And then we
No,
got.
when we first moved onto this property, I was walking around the back fence, and I kid you not, the back of the goat pen, there was a still active trap
Yeah.
from the guy before, and we actually looked at the date. The guy who placed the trap had his tag on it. He was actually a trapper, had not been in business for like 8 years.
Yeah.
So either
It's also
he
why
put
you
it
flag
out
them
or
real
he
good.
had been there for that long still.
That's also why you flag them real good, so you know where they're at.
Yeah.
You know, like all of our flags are still up there, so they're marked, and I check them. I go back. I think I go back once every 3 days or so and take a look. So I mean, your cat hadn't been there. You know,
Yeah.
as soon as the snow melts, I set them in the trap.
It was the trap in between my chicken tractors,
Mm.
all the way down
Yeah.
the middle.
It's a good one. It's a good spot.
It was a good spot.
Yeah. We'll get some coyotes. I
I'm
hate
gonna fire
those
this
things.
thing back up.
All right, well, I'm gonna get off this live thing here, and
I don't know. Now I'm worried about my cat. I can't put him that far over, I think.
he'll be fine. Cat will be fine. I'll walk it off.
Think the cat will learn?
No, it's cat.
But I was like, first thing I thought was, thank God I didn't put any extra strings on it.